in the bustling city of Lagos, where the old and new clashed like the waves against the shore, lived Eniola, a young woman full of dreams, love, and a fierce desire to build a future filled with happiness. She had met Adewale, a charming and successful man who seemed to embody everything she had ever hoped for in a partner. Their love blossomed quickly, and before long, Adewale proposed. For a year, they meticulously planned their wedding, an event that was meant to be the grandest of celebrations, uniting not just their lives, but their families. But as the wedding day drew near, Eniola began to uncover secrets, dark, twisted secrets that turned her dreams into nightmares. It all began one warm evening in December under a starlight sky when Adewale on bended knee asked Eniola to be his wife.
Eniola, my love, will you make me the happiest man alive? Will you marry me?
Yes, 1,000 times yes, Adewale, I will. The restaurant erupts in applause as Adewale slips the ring onto her finger. They embrace, lost in their love for each other. The months that followed were a whirlwind of wedding preparations, family meetings, and countless moments of joy. Eniola and Adewale were inseparable, sharing every details of their lives, or so she thought. When Adewale introduced Eniola to his family, she was immediately struck by their affluence. The Alade family's wealth was apparent in every corner of their mansion, from the opulent furnishing to the fine arts that adorned the wall. But there was something else, something she couldn't quite put her finger on.
So this is the young woman who has captured her son's heart. Hey, you are welcome, Eniola.
Thank you, sir. It's an honor to meet you both.
Adewale has told us so much about you, and we are thrilled to have you join our family. As the evening progresses, Eniola noticed subtle glances exchanged between Chief Alade and Madam Alade, as if they were assessing her, measuring her worth beyond the surface. Despite their outward warmth, Eniola couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. The Alades were too perfect, too polished. She brushed it off, attributing her unease to nerves. But deep down, a seed of doubt had been planted. As the wedding day approached, Eniola and Adewale spent countless hours discussing every detail, from the color scheme to the guest list. It was during one of these conversations that the first crack in their perfect world appeared.
Adewale, why is Ifoma on the list? I thought you two had broken up years ago.
Yes, we did. But we are still friends. And my family has a tradition of inviting former partners if they are still in our social circle. I mean, it's nothing for you to worry about.
Well, it makes me uncomfortable, Adewale. I don't want her at our wedding. This day is about us, about our love. Having her there feels so wrong.
Eniola, you are being unreasonable now. She's just a friend. And my family expects her to be there. Can't we just move past this and focus on what's important?
What's important, Adewale? What's important to me is feeling like this day is truly ours. If we can't see that, I don't know what to think.
This was the first time Eniola felt truly alone in their relationship, as if Adewale has chosen his family traditions over her feelings. But she loved him, and so she tried to push her unease aside, telling herself that it was just a minor disagreement. But the unease lingered, nibbling at Eniola's mind like a persistent shadow. On one of her visits to the Alade mansion, curiosity got the better of her. Late at night, unable to sleep, she wandered the dark halls of the mansion, drawn to a part at the house she had never seen before. She finds herself in the library, a grand room filled with shelves that reach the ceiling. The air is thick with the smell of old books and secrets long forgotten.
What is it about this place that feels so heavy?
Her hand stopped on a book that seemed out of place. It's older than the others. Its leather cover worn and cracked. She pulls it out and opens it, revealing pages filled with strange symbols and writing in a language she doesn't understand. As she read through the book, a cold chill ran down her spine. The book detailed a pact made by the Alade family generations ago with a dark entity. In exchange for wealth and power, the family had bound themselves to this being, who would take human form to ensure the pact was honored. This entity, who appeared as a beautiful woman, would be invited to the family's most important event, wedding included, to solidify the bond.
Ifoma, she's the entity. She's not just an ex. She's something else entirely.
The realization hit her like a tidal wave. Ifoma wasn't just a former lover. She was the embodiment of the Alade family dark secret, the guardian of their cursed wealth. And by marrying into the family, Eniola would be the next to pay the price. Unable to keep what she had learned to herself, Eniola confronted Adewale the next day, hoping that somehow there was an explanation that didn't involve dark paths and sinister rituals.
Adewale, I need to talk to you. It's about Ifoma and your family.
What's going on? You are scaring me, Eniola.
I found this in your family library. It talks about a pact, something your ancestors made with a dark entity. Adewale, Ifoma isn't human. She's something else, and your family wants her at our wedding to continue this course.
Where did you find that? You shouldn't have now, Eniola. You weren't supposed to know about this.
So it's true. All of it. Adewale, how could you not tell me? How could you let me walk into this without warning me?
Eniola, I wanted to protect you. I thought that if you didn't know, we could be happy. I mean, I love you and I really didn't want to lose you.
You wanted to protect me by keeping me in the dark? Adewale, this ain't just about us anymore. It's about my soul, my life. Adewale, this is about my soul, my life. I can't marry you, knowing what your family has done, knowing what I would be condemning myself to.
Adewale tries to close the distance between them, desperation clear in his eyes, but Eniola steps back, a resolve hardening.
Eniola, please now. We can find a way to make this work. I will break the pact. I will do whatever it takes to keep you safe. Eniola, I can't lose you.
You should have thought about this before, Adewale. You should have trusted me enough to tell me the truth from the start. But now I don't know if I can trust you at all.
There is a moment of painful silence between them, the earth thick with unspoken words and broken dreams.
I can't go through with this wedding, Adewale. I'm sorry. I need time to think, to process everything. I'm sorry, but I need to do what's right for me.
With those words, Eniola turned and walked out of her apartment, leaving Adewale standing alone, the weight of his family dark legacy crushing him. She felt her heart shattered as she closed the door behind her, but she knew that leaving was the only way to save herself from the darkness that enveloped the Alade family for generations. Eniola fled to the one place where she knew she could find solace, her parents' home. It was a sanctuary from the chaos that had consumed her life, a place where she could breathe and think clearly. Her mother, always perceptive, knew something was wrong the moment Eniola walked through the door. Eniola, mommy, what happened? You look like you have seen a ghost.
Mama, it's all falling apart. The wedding, I had to cancel it. There's so much you don't know. Since I can't even begin to explain, Mama.
Her father, Baba Eniola, enters the room, his face etched with worry as he sees his daughter in distress.
Eniola, Eniafolato, whatever it is, we are here for you. I want be fine. You do not have to face this alone.
Eniola took a deep breath and began to tell her parents everything about the Alade family's dark secrets, about Ifeoma, and about the parts that had caused them all. Her parents listened in stunned silence, their faces growing pale as they grasped the magnitude of what Eniola had uncovered. My God! Eniola! You did the right thing, leaving that family. This is beyond anything we could ever imagine.
Eniola, you were wise to trust your instinct, my daughter. There is no price worth paying for wealth, especially not your soul. Our Duroti Egboing, we will stand by you no matter what.
The support of her parents gave Eniola the strength she needed to stand firm in her decision. But even with their love surrounding her, the fear of what the Alade family might do lingered in the back of her mind. She knew they wouldn't let her walk away so easily, not with the knowledge she now possessed. A few nights later, Eniola was jolted awake by a noise outside her window. Her heart pounded in her chest as she crept to the window, peering out into the darkness. Standing there, shrouded in shadows, was Ifeoma. The figure moved closer, stepping into the moonlight. Ifeoma's face was as beautiful as ever, but there was something outwardly about her, something that sent a chill down Eniola's spine. You have made a grave mistake, Eniola. Walking away from Adewale, from the Alade family, will not save you.
I know what you are, Ifeoma. I know about the past, and I won't be part of it. I won't let you or anyone else control my life.
You think you can escape this? The Alades are not just a family. They are a legacy, one that cannot be easily severed. You are bound to us now, whether you like it or not. Eniola felt a surge of defiance rise within her. She had been a pawn in this twisted game for too long, but no more.
I reject your legacy, Ifeoma. I reject everything your family stands for. I will find a way to break this curse, even if it is the last thing I do.
You are brave, I give you that. But bravery alone won't save you, Eniola. This isn't over, not by a long shot. With that, Ifeoma turned and disappeared into the night, leaving Eniola standing there, her heart racing, but her resolve unshaken. The next morning, Eniola told her parents about the confrontation with Ifeoma. They were terrified for her, but also proud of her courage. Oh, mommy, this isn't something we can fight alone, Eniola. We need help. Someone who understands these things.
I know a man, an old friend of mine from the village, who deals with such matters. He is a powerful herbalist and spiritualist. Babalawoto Bononi. If anyone can help you, it's him.
Eniola knew her parents were right. She couldn't face the darkness on her own. With their support, she decided to seek out the herbalist, hoping that it could help her break the curse that had entangled her life. The journey to the village was long and difficult, but Eniola felt a glimmer of hope as they approached the herbalist hut. The man was old, his face lined with wisdom and years of battling the dark forces that lurked in the shadows of the world.
This is no ordinary curse. The Alades family pact is ancient and powerful, but it can be broken. It will not be easy, and the cost may be high, but it can be done.
I will do whatever it takes. I just want to be free of this, free to live my life without fear.
Very well. We will begin tonight, under the full moon. So prepare yourself, child, for this will be a battle of will as much as it is of spirits.
That night, as the moon rose high in the sky, the herbalist began the ritual. Eniola felt the weight of centuries of darkness pressing down on her, but she stood firm, drawing strength from the love of her parents. and the hope of a future free from the Alade's curse. The ritual was long and grueling, filled with chants, invocation, and the burning of powerful herbs. Eniola felt as if she were being pulled in 1,000 different directions, her soul stretched to its limits.
By the power of the ancestors, by the light of the moon, I break this curse. I sever the ties that bind this woman to darkness. She's free!
With a final earth-shattering cry, the herbalist threw a handful of herbs into the fire. The flame roared to life, burning bright and fierce before suddenly extinguishing, leaving the earth in complete silence. In the sudden silence that followed, Eniola felt an overwhelming sense of calm wash over her. The weight that had been pressing down on her chest lifted, replaced by a lightness she hadn't felt in months. The ritual had worked. She was free.
It is done. It is done. You're free. The curse is broken. But be vigilant. Be vigilant, Eniola. The Alade family will not be pleased, and they may seek to retaliate. You must remain strong.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I will never forget this.
Her parents rushed to her side, embracing her tightly, their own tears mingling with hers as they realized their daughter has been saved from the darkness that threatened to consume her. Eniola, mommy, we are so proud of you. You have shown such strength, such courage. You are truly our daughter.
The Alade family may be powerful, but they are no match for the strength of our love and the power of our ancestors. We will protect you always.
In the weeks that followed, Eniola gradually began to heal. The nightmares that plagued her since she discovered the Alade family's secrets began to fade, replaced by dreams of a brighter future. She knew that she would never forget what had happened, but she also knew that she had the strength to move forward. A knock on the door pulls her out of her daydream. When she answers, she finds Adewale standing there, looking weary and worn. His usually impeccable appearance is unkempt, his eyes full of pain and regrets.
Eniola, I had to see you. I had to see you. I had to know that you are okay.
I am fine, Adewale. I have made my peace with what happened. But what about you? Can you say the same?
Adewale sighs deeply, running a hand through his hair as he struggles to find the words.
I have lost everything, Eniola. My family is in disarray. The pact has been broken. I thought I could control it, that I could protect you. But I was wrong. I should have told you everything from the start. I should have trusted you.
You can't undo the past, Adewale, and neither can I. But we can choose how we move forward. Adewale, I don't hate you, but I can't go back to what we were. Too much has happened.
I understand. I'm so sorry, Eniola. I'm so sorry for everything.
I know, and I hope you find a way to make peace with all of this. But for now, I need to focus on rebuilding my life without you.
There is a long moment of silence between them, the weight of their shared history hanging in the air. Finally, Adewale nods, a look of acceptance and understanding in his eyes.
I hate to say this. I guess this is goodbye. Goodbye, Eniola. I wish you nothing but happiness.
Goodbye, Adewale. Take care of yourself.
As Adewale turns and walks away, Eniola watches him go, feeling a mixture of sadness and relief. She knows that this is the end of one chapter in her life, but the beginning of another. She turns back to the house, ready to embrace whatever the future holds. 1 year later, Eniola stood in the middle of a small art gallery in Lagos, surrounded by her paintings. The journey to this moment had been long and difficult, filled with both pain and healing. But she had emerged stronger and more determined than ever. Her artwork, a reflection of her experience, had received praise from critics and art lovers alike. As she mingles with the guests, she spots a familiar face in the crowd. Her parents beaming with pride as they admire her work. Look at you, Eniola. You have done it. You have turned your pain into something beautiful.
We always knew you were destined for greatness. Ọmọ awotiti kò tó sọdá, ọmọ abokile kò tó jẹ̀bà sẹ́nu, ọmọ abọ́pátá kò tó tọ̀. My precious, precious daughter, this is just the beginning.
Thank you, Mommy. Thank you, Mommy. I couldn't have done it without you.
As the evening draws to a close, Eniola steps outside the gallery. Looking up at the night sky, the stars twinkle above her, a reminder of the darkness she had faced and overcome. Eniola knew that the darkness of the Alade family would always be a part of her story, but it no longer controlled her. She had reclaimed her life, her future, and her soul as she stood there surrounded by people she loved and the life she had created. She knew that she was finally free. With a final contented smile, Eniola turned and walked back into the gallery, ready to face whatever the future held with courage and grace. The tales of Eniola and the Alade family serves as a reminder that sometimes the greatest battles we face are not against the physical world, but against the darkness within. Eniola's journey is one of courage, resilience, and the unwavering belief that no matter how deep the shadow may be, the light of hope will always find a way to shine through. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.